What's going on, Voodies? We're back to one camera Willie, and that's because it's how we're rolling tonight. It's a little darker than usual, so don't get confused. You are in at the right time, but tonight's pre-recorded, so don't be sending texts and all that stuff. Send a lot of love. Send a lot of love. Type a lot of comments, but if I'm not answering, don't at me or slash me and think I'm being, big timing you and stuff. Not what's rolling. Actually, I'm hanging with my boys from Split Image, little rock and roll band from back in the 90s when we used to hang out and play clubs here around Tampa. So we're getting together, having a couple drinks, and doing like we do. But tonight, we're recording because we don't want to leave you guys out. So we're going to, like I said, back to one camera Willie. And we might as well do it before we get started. All things VooDoo. If you watched the podcast last night, all about the bass, or that's not really what it's called. That's some song from Meghan Trainor. Not that I listen to that music. But let's get to the bottom of this. And Stefan Reno Katrupi and I hung out and we took a look at Led Zeppelin 2. If you didn't get a chance to see that, log on to YouTube, log on to the Facebook, and check it out. Little Florida man tonight. WrestleMania, watching Stone Cold Steve Austin. What was it, 36 beers on the first night and about another 20 last night. Coming into the ring. God, this makes me want a cold beer. I know, Ed, it's water. But all things VooDoo, make sure you check out Let's Get to the Bottom of This, the brand new podcast. And then next week, we're back to VooDoo Chef podcast, where me and Big Eddie C hanging out, talking all the talk we talk. And then the Education Group 101. Make sure you check that out. All the information you need right here. So check it out. Check us out. And we'll be rocking and rolling. All right. It's time to eat, man. We've got to make some food because I'm hungry. The girls are hungry, and it's time to rock and roll. So we're going to be doing some back and forth. Again, one camera Willie tonight, so we're going to put the camera right on the Blackstone. So let's get this set up so we can start cooking, and we'll be ready to go. So big shout out to the official bread of the VooDoo Chef, Euro Baked Breads. Tonight, we're using the 3-cheese Asiago loaf. And just to give you an idea how big that is, look at that craziness. What? I already cut it open. This is where our sandwich is going tonight. And it's going to be off the chart. So let's get started. We're going to be doing a little bit of Philly. I'm going to turn my heat down like I always do on to low. Normally I would fly this on high and just push right through. But we want to be able to talk and chat as we go. So we're going to drop a little oil down here and toast up this lovely 3-cheese Asiago. Now, when we say 3-cheese Asiago, why are you calling it Asiago if it's 3 cheese? Well, 3 cheese is baked into the bread. Romano, Parmesan, and Asiago. And then we put the Asiago on top for bake. And I say we because you know what? It is we tonight because I'm eating it. So, got my tools tonight. Tonight I've got my long spat because we're doing a Philly. And I've got my bench scraper. We got to pretend here like we know what we're doing. Look at that. And yes, I'm going to toast up both sides. While this side's rocking and rolling, we're going to go ahead and get our VooDoo version of Tampa sauce out and just do this up. And yes, we keep this in the fridge for every time we have Sandy's. Now we're ready to make the innards. All right, so let's get this up and onto my plate. And if you haven't guessed what our plate is tonight, again, this thing is so huge, we're using a 1/4 sheet. All right, let's get started, man. Right away, back to the oil. Again, I know you're seeing the oil come this way. That's the slope of the patio. It's not a defect on the Blackstone. Not a Philly without peppers and onions. Woo, man, right up in my face already, that aroma. We're gonna season these with VooDoo Dust. Dust is our scrambled eggs to filet mignon. It goes on everything from beginning to end and in between. It's gonna enhance the flavors of whatever you're cooking. It's gonna make chicken pop and taste more like chicken. Beef, and so on. I got some cremini. We're gonna put the full quart on there. Do a little full quart press. No, I'm not a basketball fan. But I think Final Four is tonight, isn't it? Maybe. We're recording on Monday. Maybe Final Four is today, I don't know. Not a basketball fan. All right, so. Oh man, that's gonna cook up real nice. Look at that. Oh, I can't wait. Gotta tell you, the only thing I'm missing is the Jack Daniels. But, like I said, it was a WrestleMania kind of day. Oh, man. All right, I'm ready to move these on. We're gonna slide these over and let them continue to cook because I'm ready for my ribeye. And what we've got some thin shaved ribeye. And you know, you can pick this up. You can go to Publix and buy ribeye and ask them to shave it for you. You can go to San Juan and pick it up. Restaurant Depot, of course, those are membership stores. So you just have to get a membership. I gotta tell you, I'm getting excited. We're just gonna move this down a little bit. You get a little more seasoning on this and let that just do its thing. Kind of feel like I'm at Sarku, Japan right now. Here we go. A little more fat, and then we're just gonna drop this ribeye right on here. Oh man. There's nothing like the flavor of beef, let me tell you. All my vegans out there, you are missing out. I had to do a couple vegan dishes on Saturday night for a private birthday party. So, yeah, we do travel that route. But when it's me, man, it's all about the beef. All right, time to crank it back up. Let's get this beef going. Look at that. Look at that ribeye. Now, because it is thin shaved, it's not going to take us too long here, guys. And you might be looking at that going, damn, that's a hell of a lot of beef. How many people are eating? The answer is me. No. This is for the whole family, guys. This is a, we'll call it family-style Philly cheesesteak, if you will. Some of y'all might call Jersey Mike's that. Not this guy. Jersey Mike's is definitely built for one. All right. You know, when you go to Gino and Pat's, you know, you get the without, you get the Velveeta cheese. Oh, God. I would eat there every day if I lived in Philly. And by eat there, I mean eat a Philly cheesesteak every day. Because some of the locals say that's not even the best in town. You know, my boy Tyrell lived there for quite some time. He and his wife Jerica. And they would tell me all the time, that's not where they go. That's all right. You know where we're going tonight? Casa del VooDoo, right here. And we're going to just tear this up. All right, we're back on high. So we should really start to see the corner turn on this. If you watched the VooDoos Unite, you know I like my short spat. I got the long spat because it's going to help me with the bread in a minute. But the reality is, when we're doing our meat, you see that flexibility. I like a nice firm spat. And that's why I like the short spats. But because we got the family style bread, that 3-cheese Asiago from Eurobake, we are using the longer spat to help us fill that full loaf of bread even. And all I'm doing is shredding this down a little more. We want this to be easy to eat, nice and tender. It's already tender, but the more we break it down, the more tender it's going to be. Oh. And if you ever get out on the backyard and you start doing this, you're going to realize these grills get super hot. And then when we put the meats on there, you know, you get the moisture release and it creates that steam. You got to be super careful not to get burnt, guys. So, you know, on, off, on, off. Do not sit here and get to the point to where you're burning yourself. Oh, I think I'm running low on gas. I think that's why we're slowing down. You can see a little temperature loss. If you can't, you know, I'm just used to my equipment. And the more you cook, the better you'll become used to your equipment. You'll see things like that as well. But we're real close to mixy time. Holy moly. Look at that, guys. All right, when you look at something like this, you think to yourself, man, it really couldn't get much better, right? I mean, we got the shaved ribeye. We've got the peppers, the onions, the creminis. And you know, just so you know, the cremini is just a more mature white mushroom. And if you let it become even more mature, that's your portobello. So, you know, it's like anything else. Just know your product, know how to use it, know what it is, know what you're eating, and we're rocking and rolling. All right, here we come. It's not a Philly cheesesteak unless it's got cheese, right? And if we get it all open, the cheese. Now, if this was just for me, we would definitely be putting some pepper jack on here. But this is for my whole house. So we're gonna go with the white cheese. And then little pickle jack. And for all of you that are gonna start complaining because I said pickle jack, that's how we refer to jalapenos, guys. We're not being slick, coy, racist, anything. So don't start the ats and the slashes on me. All right. I don't know about you, but I am like super stoked. Now, the beauty of this, I'm on a sheet pan here. We're gonna turn this right like this. I got my pan right here. We're gonna open this up and we're just gonna start this thing. Look at this. Look at this. You ready? Look at that insanity. That, my friends, you wait 1 minute. Let's get real on this, okay? That, my friends, that is a Philly cheesesteak VooDoo style.